You've heard me say a dozen times how important good lighting is to a Hirevue or SparkHire video interview. Lighting makes the difference between a great video and a meh video. Just getting some light on your face isn't enough though. In this video, we're going to take a look at some advanced lighting techniques from the golden age of Hollywood to show you how to convey some very serious emotions with the lighting in a video interview. Here's looking at you, kid.
Looking at you, kid.
Darren DeLuca here. Welcome to the Ramblin' Recruiter. Want to find the job of your dreams? Subscribe, click the bell, enable notifications, and you'll never miss a new video again. Lighting is critically important to a Hirevue video interview. Great lighting can make you look dynamic and energetic and take 10 years off your face. Bad lighting can make you look old and tired and haggard and just straight up boring. It's not that difficult just to get some light on your face. Sit in front of a window and boom, you've got lighting sufficient enough to do a good Hirevue interview. But if you want to convey some real emotion and get some cinematic lighting techniques going and working for you, then you're going to want to check out these techniques that I'm going to show you today. These advanced lighting techniques, taken directly from the golden age of Hollywood and the greatest movie ever made, will elevate your Hirevue or any other video interview platform, live or pre-recorded, to a whole new level. Let's take a look at these advanced techniques from the greatest movie of all time and my personal favorite of all time, the 1942 classic starring Humphrey Bogart, Casablanca. Casablanca was released in 1942. However, it's supposed to take place in 1941 pre-Pearl Harbor, so it actually predates the US involvement in World War II. That's important, and we'll talk about why in a second. It is simultaneously one of the most corny movies you've ever seen in your life and one of the most heartstring-tugging movies you've ever seen. It has everything from patriotism to a great love story. Bogart, the other male co-stars, and the female lead Ingrid Bergman are absolutely spectacular in this film. And this movie brings back wonderful memories for me. This was one of the only things my father and I could ever agree on. We might be at each other's throats, but we could always take a break from that to sit down and watch Bogart in Casablanca. This is not a review of Casablanca, so I'm not going to get too deep into the plot of the movie. Suffice to say that Richard Blaine, Humphrey Bogart's character, is supposed to be a representation of the United States as a whole.
Can you imagine us in London? When you get there, ask me.
Oh, diplomatist. How about New York?
Well, there are certain sections of New York, Major, that I wouldn't advise you to try to invade.
The movie was released in 1942, right about the same time the Allies landed on the beaches in North Africa. So the premiere was actually rushed to take advantage of some of that publicity. But remember, it's supposed to take place in 1941, pre-Pearl Harbor and pre the US involvement in World War II in any seriously committed manner. This is important because Bogart, as the representation of all of America, is deeply conflicted throughout the whole movie. He wants to remain neutral. At least he says he wants to remain neutral. Outwardly, he tells people he wants to remain neutral. He's not interested in their problems. He wants to focus on himself and himself only, just like the United States was doing at the time.
You are not always so carefully neutral. We have a complete dossier on you. Richard Blaine, American, age 37, cannot return to his country. The reason is a little vague. We also know what you did in Paris, Mr. Blaine, and also we know why you left Paris. Don't worry, we are not going to broadcast it.
My eye's really brown.
Now, the lighting techniques used for Bogart in this movie absolutely positively do a wonderful job in representing that. His face is constantly in half shadow. One side or the other, he's always in half shadow, representing the deep conflict that he's feeling. One side of him wants to come over to the light and get involved and do what he knows is the right thing. The other side of him remains cloaked in shadow, not sure what he wants to do, deeply conflicted. The lighting techniques here represent that perfectly. Victor Laszlo, one of the other main male characters, frequently reminds him that, hey, in the past, you've picked a side, you were on a side. He even goes so far as to tell Rick that you sound like a man trying to convince yourself. Check out some of these scenes and look at the lighting on Bogart's face. Tell me that you don't feel the very internal conflict that he's feeling. The deep emotions tearing him apart inside. Half of him wanting to get involved and the other half wanting to remain neutral. It seems almost a little bit insane to take the movie's male lead, the star of the movie, and put a strange and almost bad lighting technique on his face. But when you think deeper about the emotions that they're trying to convey and the story that Humphrey Bogart is telling, it makes perfect sense to show that internal conflict. You could use a style just like this on a Hirevue interview anytime you want to show that you were very conflicted about something, or you had to make a very difficult decision about something. This type of lighting technique will actually make the interviewer feel exactly what you're feeling. Now, almost in direct contrast to Rick's character, who can't make up his mind as to what side he wants to be on, is the other male lead character. I don't know the actor's name off the top of my head, but the character's name is Victor Laszlo. Victor Laszlo is the head of the resistance against the very bad Germans who shall remain nameless here. He is a representation of all that is good and all that is right and all that is hope in this world that's becoming increasingly darker and darker and darker by the day. Victor Laszlo's character is constantly lit very, very brightly. Add to this, he's always wearing a light-colored suit jacket or even a white jacket. He looks like an angel from heaven, constantly with strong lighting on him. He contrasts against other characters in the movie because he's so brightly lit. The lighting people and the director do an amazing job of demonstrating that Laszlo is a beacon of hope to all in the world who stand against evil. Just think of what you could do with this technique on a Hirevue interview. To see you so brightly lit will make others look at you and say, that is a person we need on our team. That person is a beacon of hope. Now let's switch gears for a second and go to the movie's female lead character, the beautiful Ingrid Bergman playing Ilsa Lund. Now, Ilsa is quoted as being the most beautiful woman ever to visit Casablanca. She is the wife of Victor Laszlo, and she is absolutely critically important to his work as the leader of the resistance. As Rick very correctly states, she is the thing that keeps him going, his purpose, his reason why. And Ilsa also has a lighting technique applied to her that gives her an amazing, amazing look. Ingrid Bergman's character, Ilsa Lund, is constantly bathed in a soft, soft light. So soft, it gives her skin the appearance of a porcelain doll. Now, watch the movie in its original black and white. Do not watch the color-coded movie. This effect is totally lost in the color-coded movie. But in the original black and white, the contrast and tones on Ingrid Bergman's face actually make her look like a doll. She has the softest glow about her. This was accomplished by using extremely soft light. The lighting technicians in the movie actually covered their spotlights with gauze to give this soft lighting appearance. Now, I don't recommend you cover any light, especially one that generates heat, with gauze. However, there are other ways, better ways to get a soft light appearance. Taking it one step further, the lighting technicians used very small little lights close to Ingrid Bergman's eyes in order to give her eyes a constant glow and sparkle. You've probably seen this same effect in a lot of YouTube videos. Creators who use ring lights and sit too close to them often end up with this phenomenon called android eyes, where in the center of their eyes you can actually see a reflection of the ring light. You may even be seeing it right now. This effect, when done intentionally and for the right purpose, can really look incredible. Ilsa Lund always has this look in her eyes as if she were just on the verge of tears. It gives that angelic and doll-like appearance that her face has due to the soft lighting even more effect. Just think of what you could do with this technique on a Hirevue interview or any other format video interview. That soft lighting technique can give you such an angelic glow and make your skin look so perfectly flawless that you can easily take 10, 15, maybe even more years off your face. But more importantly, it can make you look like somebody who is so easily approachable and so friendly. This is somebody we've got to have on our team. Remember, we're trying to make that hiring manager feel emotion here. The emotion we want them to feel about us using this technique is incredible warmth. Okay, movies are movies and video interviews are video interviews. Let's take a look at how each of these techniques would look on me if we were gonna test them out and try to use them on a Hirevue video interview. Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the world, she had to walk into mine.
She walks into mine.
Welcome back to the fight. This time I know our side will win. Play it for me, Sam. Play as time goes by. Each of these looks can convey different emotions. They have usefulness in different situations. Movie directors, video creators, their job is to make the audience feel something. It's no different on a video interview, whether that's a Hirevue one-way video or whether it's a live video over Skype. Make your interviewer feel something. They will feel that much more connected to you as a candidate. So I want to hear from you. Which of these lighting techniques do you think has the best potential for you on your next Hirevue interview? Leave me a comment below. And if you haven't already done so, smash that like button. It's very helpful to me with the YouTube algorithm when you, the audience, are engaged with the video. So if you want to see basic audio, video, and lighting techniques for Hirevue or Spark Hire video interviews, check out the video that's over here. That will give you some really good tips to get you started. If you'd like to see a live demonstration of a Hirevue interview, check out the video that's over here. Subscribe, like, share, and enjoy the rest of your job searching day. And as always, stay classy, YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.